Hey everybody, good evening, good evening. Brannon Beliso here. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I'm going to give everybody a chance to start logging on. Log on, log on. It is Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Cliff, sorry for the late start, sir. Corey Rose, Curtis Hammond. What's happening? Billy Wilcox. Who's going to win that cotton candy machine tonight? Yeah, you see the new promo cut for It's Time Live, Cliff? Awesome testimonial. Thank you, sir. Don O'Neill. What's up, Don? Charles, Jeremy. Everybody coming aboard, come aboard, come aboard. K-Wong. Nicholas. What's happening, Charles? Good to see everybody here. I'm a few minutes starting late. I had one of my kickboxing instructors call in and trying to get a sub, and I said, hey, let me sub. Because I'm honestly, I'm down to 16 hours a month in the schools. And any opportunity I get to be there and engage, super cool. Kim, what's happening? Oh, Billy Wilcox, you got your cotton candy machine today. Awesome. Carlos, Steph, Steven, what's up? Chris Malloy, all the way from Australia. Yay. Carlos, what's happening, Carlos? I'm trying to cool down. I'm still sweating here. And I throw this freaking beanie on. At least my shirt is the Disruptor. I see a lot of people have been getting their Disruptor shirts on. And as you get them, come on, enter the contest. We're going to run it. I think we set a deadline. K1, what's our deadline for the contest? K1's going to start pushing it and managing it and make that happen. I think we're pushing out to what? February 15th, K1? What did we say? And you got to wear your hat, wear your T-shirt, post your video, tell me why you're a disruptor, how Brannon Beliso has affected your business. You're going to win 8 months. Who wants to spend 8 months of mentoring with me? I guarantee you, if you do the hard work, in 8 months, I will change your life. I will change your school. Everything will change. So if you really want to win that, and it's something I know some people can't budget for right now, do the time. Make that video. Get it out there, okay? Michael, Nathan, great conversation, Nathan. Great conversation, sir. You know, and I look forward to great things from you, sir. You and I have equal motivations, wanting to take care of our families and provide well. That's a good thing, Nathan. Jeremy, you got your Disruptor shirt. Good. Yeah, the contest is going to be going. K1 posted in there, sir. Jeremy, hello, sir. Sorry if I disappear. I'm in the hospital. I saw that. Are you okay, Jeremy? Are you all right there, sir? Wear that Disruptor shirt. Disrupt whatever's happening. Hopefully you'll get better. You'll get stronger. Herman. Good evening, Herman, sir. What's happening? So did anybody get to see the post that Leon Rogers posted about branding today? You know, how important that is, where Century's actually reducing its logo on a lot of their equipment and pads and stuff to make more room for you to post your logo. Because they understand the value of a brand. If branding wasn't important, you know, there'd be nothing that you associate. Think of Apple. Well, what do you think of right away? Boom, blank white space and the little silver apple. What do you think when you think of Nike? The swoosh, right? Everybody's got a brand, and the logo is not the brand. I really want to verify that. I give a great PDF on branding, and it's something, let's do that, Kim. I'm going to get everybody that's on here tonight, because you're the only ones paying attention, right? You're the only one paying attention. You will get this PDF. And it's all about branding. It's all about branding. So what I want you to do right now, so here's an example of how we're going to promote the brand and the culture of disruption. Right now, share this with at least one person. Go. Share it with one person, and I'm going to give you this PDF that talks about how branding effectively works in your business. And I think that that's one of the challenges I see in the martial arts industry. And you'll get it a lot with businesses that don't quite understand branding. You know, I see that a lot with nail salons. They all have the same name, Lucky Nails, things like that. You know, really generic, a generic font. There's no real, you know, thing to it. And I think we need to elevate our game. We talk about how we're this environment of higher learning, you know, how we offer something so much more valuable than the other activities out there for kids and stuff. Well, let's really present ourselves that way in our environment, from our front desk to our logo to our colors. What are your school colors? How do they convey that brand? I know we're martial arts, and I get it too. You know, I'm red, black, and white. It was that way since the beginning of time, and now I'm moving into shades of gray, and I'm trying to really cultivate that color and make it feel contemporary and relevant. Right? It doesn't have to be the Chinese takeaway writing with pagodas and stuff in your school. No way. No way, no way. But you can still draw from your core values. I like red and black. I wear black all day, every day. So we're able to work that and move into shades of white and gray and really turn our school into a brand. So let's officially kick off the show. Lots of people aboard. I'm so grateful. I've missed you guys. You know, we're down to 2 days a week now. We do Wednesday night and we do Friday mornings. So put that down. Make sure you join us this Friday. 10 a.m.? Is it 10 a.m. K1? Pacific Standard Time. Good. You are the disruptor, Jeremy. I hope you're feeling better, sir. I hope you're feeling better. Jeremy says he's the only one wearing a disruptor t-shirt in the hospital. You go there, sir. You go there. Thank you, Curtis, for sharing. So that's a prime example. You know, what you want to do is build your culture, build your tribe, but there has to be value associated with it. Cool? So before that, I do that, let me formally introduce this. Welcome. This is Success Never Sleeps. I am your host, Brannon Beliso, and this is presented by Rainmaker Membership Systems, Century Martial Arts Supplies, and My Studio, the app. And thank you to my sponsors for giving me a voice, allowing me to offer you this show totally complimentary to help you do better. You know, I am for the hoi polloi, the common man, the small school. You know, everybody out there, 75% of our industry has less than 100 students. That needs to change. But I realize a lot of times you don't have that type of money to hire people like me, and that's okay. Now, I'm very strict about even my own budgets. We're talking right now how we can trim the fat. And we did $2 million last year. You know, and we're really working to be mindful that even though you make money, you don't spend it mindlessly. Even more so when you don't quite have the revenue yet, you need to spend accordingly. So you need to spend accordingly. If you can't afford it, you need to be creative. Classic example of that. When I was working 17-hour days, 7 days a week, I would be there all day long, answering phones, waiting for walk-by traffic, you know, working on flyers, things like that, designing them, working on my curriculum. I would teach classes from 3:30 on, get out of there at 8:30. Well, not get out of there. I would mop, vacuum the floor, and clean up the whole school. Then I would be out there at 12 midnight, hitting up wooden electrical poles throughout San Francisco with a staple gun, stapling up flyers with tear-off numbers on the bottom. I would be in laundromats, hanging them on bulletin boards. I would putting this little 3x5 card on the windshields of cars. You know, whatever it takes. Anywhere we could be, we were at. We didn't simply limit that marketing to where can I do a school talk, where can the demo team perform, or where could I have a booth. We had to reach people, right? I had rent to pay. I had bills to pay. I recognized that. And I understood that, but I always lived within my means. Super, super important. Live within your means. It's easy to say. It takes money to make money. That is so easy to say when you have it. But if you're on a budget, stick to your budget. A good way to close your doors really fast is to do some Hail Mary pass of, okay, I'll do this, you know, Google AdWords thing at $3,000 a month. And next thing you know, and then I'll pay for it with the new students they promise I'll get. Do not do that. Do not do that. You know, to be mindful of that, I was working with a school owner, and we're trying to do his business plan for a new school. And he goes, well, I project I'm going to have this many students and this many. I said, sir, I want strict data. How many net new students did you get in the past year? Let's do it better. Let's go with the past 3 years. That's realistic. If you did net 50 in the past year, let's stay with net 50 this year, and on the high end, whatever you dream. But reality is reality, and I want to stay within that framework because I know we watch Field of Dreams, so do I. I believe in the happy ending at the end of the movie. I believe in all of that. But I think what helps me a lot is I'm a dreamer, but my feet are rooted on the ground in good business practices, you know, good work ethic and all those different things. Cool? So tonight we're talking about branding a little bit, and I want to take your questions right away. And while you do that, start typing in any questions. They don't have to be about branding, but I'm going to talk about that tonight. So what's happening here? Let's see. Jessica, welcome, Jessica. And who else came aboard? Virginia's here now. Jose's here. Rocky Abel. Alexandru. Good evening, Alexander. Jason, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So the gang's all here. So let's talk a little bit about branding. If I was to ask you right now, and you've heard me say this, but it's something I need to reiterate because I don't believe the majority of our industry truly understands branding to the point of action. All right? It needs to strike an emotion in you to get you to act out. A book I'm rereading right now is called The Millionaire Mindset by, I believe it's Harv T. Elker. Who's read that book? Anybody put that in there? Harv T. Elker? Hey, Anna Marie, what's happening? You did awesome in that video. Very proud of you for the testimonial, and I thank you graciously for that. The Millionaire Mindset. Has anybody read that book? Millionaire Mindset. Put it in there, K1, for everybody. The millionaire mindset. Good. Alexandru, me twice and also did the seminar. Good, Alexandru. I got us 5 new students in the last week. Yay! Good job, Jeremy. So one of the things he talks about is everything starts out as a thought, right? It's a thought. I want to be a school owner and open a school and make a difference. There's your thought. Then there has to be emotion behind it. I'm really passionate. I want to serve the community, right? And then it becomes the action. I go through the process, open a school, but then you have to get results. And one is not any more important than the other, but if you want to develop a millionaire mindset and become a millionaire, then you have to live within those parameters. And what's ironic, well, not ironic, but as I was rereading the book now, and it has affirmations, you touch your heart, you say, you know, I'm responsible for my success, you touch your head and go, I have a millionaire mind, right? As I was doing that, I realized I did that back in 2006 is the first time I read the book. And guess what I did in 2007? I grossed $1 million, and I've grown my wealth since then. So I understand that everything's about shifting my mindset, disrupting your mindset. You see me like I'm turning it, you know, disrupting it. I'm very passionate about that. So when we talk about branding, I think the challenge in our industry is nobody sees the importance of brand or why they need branding. So let's see if I can help you out a little bit of that, okay? And again, if you have any questions, put them in there. For everybody coming aboard, make sure you put in your name, put in the name of your school and where you're tuning in from. Because at the end of tonight's Success Never Sleeps, what do we give away? A cotton candy machine, courtesy of Rainmaker Membership Systems. They pack, they ship it, they pay for it, you know, and they're great that they support us because they saw the innovation behind that type of marketing. Right? Taking this cotton candy machine, just be a servant to the community. Little League opens, back to school night. People walking out from church. There's so many places you can put this cotton candy machine as a donation, as a service, contributing to the community. Cool? So Rainmaker saw the value and the innovation because they are disruptors too. And they said, hey, let us pick that up. So put in your name, put in the name of your school and where you're tuning in from, right? So I'm really passionate about that. The reason it's important to understand your why in relationship to branding is because the why is what inspires people emotionally to take action. Okay? Listen to this great TED Talk by Simon Sinek called The Why. It's something about the why. The most viewed TED Talk out there. See, most people will market or even brand from the what. What are we, a martial arts school? That's why when I see a lot of the ads out there that schools use, it's right on top. It's the biggest freaking thing. And it says, one martial arts. Well, that's what you're a martial arts school. That's the what. Some people will get to the how. We do it through quality martial arts instructions, right? The what? One martial arts. The how? We offer quality martial arts instruction. But nobody ever gets to the why. So I'm going to ask you right now, and I want you to type it in there. If I were to ask you why I want to come to your martial arts school versus Joe Karate down the street, what would you tell me? Type it in, type it in, type it in. And I'm going to say hi. Hey, Eric. What's happening, Eric? Glad you're there. Good. K1 posted the book. Lorenzo, he is a disruptor. Daniel, sir. Adam Parker, all the way from the UK. Everybody's in the house. We got Australia. We got the United Kingdom, all over America. I love it. I love it. You inspire me to keep doing this, people. You really, really do. Okay, so what is your why? If I was to ask you why I want to come to your school versus Joe Karate down the street, what would you tell me? Hey, Sergio, what's happening, Sergio? My brother from the other side of the bay. All right, and so while I'm waiting for that, tell me why. Why do I want to come to your school versus anybody else? Okay, Stephen. We are here to serve you in being happier and more successful. That's original, right? At least that's not, we teach focus, we teach discipline, we are a family martial arts center. Even for me, and I don't mean to be out of line, we are a black belt school. That doesn't inspire any emotion in me. I've seen it everywhere. It sits on the wall. It collects dust. It contributes nothing to an innovative culture. Not in today's society, right? Right? You've got to stimulate emotion. That's super important. So I like that, Stephen, right? We're here to serve you in being happier and more successful. Okay? I like that. So let's say inspiring martial arts, where we serve you to be happier and more successful. I could do that on the phone. That's kind of a phone test, right? You bow out your class, Stephen. What are we going to go out there and do? We're going to be happier and more successful, sir. I like that, right? If I walked up to a dad and I shook his hand, I said, sir, are you being happier and more successful in your life today? Not really. I need to come work out. Okay, great. Hey, come on in. See, so I'm really passionate about understanding the why. The why is so important, right? You like that, guys? Change to grow, change to believe, change to be forever ageless martial arts. Change, I like change, but on the flip side, Lorenzo, we know people are afraid of change, right? They don't like change. They like something comfortable. And I'm you know, my gut, I think a change, like spare change. And maybe in Vegas that may not work. But I see where you're going with that. You're saying that change is the key to growth. It's the key to success. It's the key to happiness. If you're not constantly growing and changing, then you know you can't live forever, ageless. I get that, but it just needs to tie together, Lorenzo. It feels very separated and very jagged. I would like to feel one flow. Like ours, we are one. A community dedicated to serving you in every moment to live your best life. I'm very much in the moment. That's where true peace, true happiness is learning to live in the moment. It's very philosophical, but I would never say, you know, Confucius says, if you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the future, you're anxious. But if you live present in the moment, that's why it's called the present, then you're at peace. Very long-winded, it's very disjointed from Joe E. Public. But if I say here, we're dedicated to serving you to live your best life, boom. I think that works all day, every day. So that why is really important. So a little more of that. Adam, we support the community and help change lives. Great. That shows you're a business that gives back. You want to be part of the community. But I would work on that, Adam. You know, I would love to see some more keywords that aren't necessarily as generic as support. You know, community is good because you could say family. You know, we spent almost a year just debating that. Should we say family? Should we say team? Should we say tribe? Should we say culture? And we ended up with community because on a social level, especially here, community is a word that resonates really heavily, real heavily. Maybe if I was somewhere else, I don't know, tribe might resonate better. But we really learned with all our studying that community resonated very well here. Let's see, Curtis. We help parents relieve their anxiety over raising their kids. I like it. It's very straight and to the point, Curtis, but it's not warm and fuzzy. It needs a bow on it, buddy. It needs a red bow on it. Anxiety is tough. You know, help. What's a great Disney movie word for help, right? We help. We help parents raise excellent kids, right? Something like that. I mean, it needs some work. Sergio, in our dojo, all students are champions. Okay, I like that, Sergio. Are you saying they're not champions outside your dojo? The only way they can be a champion is in your dojo, right? And think, most average people do not know what dojo means. They don't. The average mom with a 6-year-old kid will not know what dojo means, right? They know what a champion means. Okay, that's cool. Students, but I think you do more than students. You have adults, you have, you know, so many other things in your school that students, when I think of students, it narrows your market a little bit. Okay, just take notes because these are ideas. You may say, Brannon, you suck. I don't care what you say, you know, because you're the one that's got to live, teach, and preach it. And I'm going to say that on the flip side of that, Sergio, because think about Starbucks. There was a time this guy Horowitz said, you know, I'm going to franchise. I'm going to take this Starbucks and I'm going to make it, you know, we're going to have ventes and mochas and macchiatos, right? And we're not going to call it small, medium, and large, right? It's going to be, what is it, venti, grande, and all the different things. So he believed in that so much with such conviction because he's the one that has to sell it. So no matter what I say, these are all just my thoughts and ideas. If you want to say, like, you know, Lorenzo loves ageless martial arts. I couldn't get Lorenzo to change ageless martial arts for my life. But that's okay, because he's the one that's got to live it, teach it, preach it, and grow it, right? Ed, good evening, Ed, sir. We care about making a difference. I love that, Herman. I really do. But again, it just feels very generic. You know, we all say make a difference. There's even, you know, associations, make a difference, we care. There's something more to it. So I want you to dig a little deeper, Herman. Try to find words. And a great way to do that, people, is look in your thesaurus right now. for another word for difference, right? Unique is another word for difference. Disruptors, innovation, there's so many variables there. Jeremy is saying, we believe we can help you be the best you. Yeah, these I could go on all night long. So let me just read through them. We promise to teach you the best to the best of our ability, not just the martial arts we know, but important life skills for success and happiness. We will help you find the best of you. We are here to support you and your family, period. I like it. It's cool. I could probably take that and trim some fat on it, sir, easily. You know, like something more like our promise to you. That would be the thing on top, right? Like instead of saying purpose statement, I would say our promise to you. And we can pretty much get rid of that first sentence, Corey, right? Our promise to you. We will teach you the best martial arts and the important life skills for success and happiness. Write that down. We will teach you the best of martial arts and the important skills, important life skills for success and happiness. We are here to support you and your family in being, you know, the best of yourself, or being the best version of you. Because I really like the best of you, Corey, and I would love to end with that. It's just strong. You know, it kind of sounds like you're signing off a letter. We are here to support you and your family. I really like finishing with the best of you, because that's the lasting impression that I'm going to walk away with, Corey. Do you see that? Does anybody see that? Fly some hearts across. Tell me if you see that. Does anybody see that? Right? So Corey, type back in what I just edited and tell me, show me what you got. So the top is our promise to you. And then what did I say? We will teach you the best martial arts and the important life skills for success and happiness. We are here to support you and your family to be the best versions of yourself, or to be the best you, something like that. Write that down, Corey, and just, you know, again, keep tweaking it. We do it all the time. Inspire martial arts. Here to inspire you to be your best. I love it, Billy. Again, straight to the point, simple, but I would want to try to get a little more out of that. You know, if you think about it, Kentucky Fried Chicken, finger licking good. Okay, does everyone say that about, oh, it's finger licking good? It's almost synonymous, though, with KFC. Think of Nike, just do it. Wow. 3 simple words, but so much impact. It defined this brand. It communicated the why in such a unique way. 3 little words, 3 or 4. Ours, after all, the purpose statement is what? Live your best life. You call my school right now, we answer the phone, live your best life at One Martial Arts. Brannon speaking. We bow out that class. What are we going to go out there and do, class? Everybody shouts, live your best life, sir. I see a dad, I shake his hand. How you doing today, sir? You living your best life? No, it's been rough at work and I really need to manage my stress. Well, sir, we're right here to help you, right? Kids not doing the best push-up on the floor. Sir, you living your best life by doing things at a level 5? If a kid's doing it at a level 10, awesome, sir. You're definitely living your best life. Doing that push-up at a level 10. Who else wants to live their best life? See, so once I understand my why, then the purpose of me and my team is to live, teach, and preach that culture. Everybody feel me on that? And that's why people will stand in line all night long to be the first one to get that iPhone when they can walk in there a week later and get it, you know, conveniently. They've bought into it. They've drank the Kool-Aid. They're so part of that culture and tribe, and they're a raving fan. And that's a big thing I learned. Once I truly defined our why, then we were able to cultivate a tribe of raving fans. Now, we all have it. Type in there right now and give me a thumbs up. How many of you have that mom who's paying you to teach her 3 kids, and that mom will volunteer, be the first one at an event to help you and the last one to leave? Doesn't want to get paid, will help you, even steps behind the front desk, and will support you, right? You see, boom, 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 boom. Well, imagine if you could amplify that. And in our case, we have 1,000 students between 2 locations. We have 1,000 raving fans. Now, we understand that referrals are the best way to get new business. If you had 1,000 raving fans going out there every day within 3 to 5 mile radius of your brick and mortar school, they're at the ice cream place, they're at the nail place, they're at the new restaurant, they're at, you know, the laundromat, they're at the Target or the Walmart. They're everywhere. Places that you can't have a booth, you can't have a demo team, and you can't have a school talk. So if you create those raving fans, that is key to you growing your school. You feel me? But that tribe will not have an emotional connection with you unless you inspire it. That's why once I know the why, we move from the thought to the emotion that he talks about in the Millionaire Mindset. Now I have emotion. Live your best life? Well, wow. Awesome. Right? So why should I bring my kid to you versus Joe Karate down the street? Because we're going to help him live his best life. Well, you are. Well, tell me more. See, you've established an emotional connection. So tell me, why should my kid come to you? Because we are one martial arts. Nothing, right? Nothing. So that's the what. And people do that at their website. People do that on their rat cards. People do that in everything that they do. They always market and live from the what. Some people might get to the how. Why should I bring my kid to you? Because we have quality martial arts instruction. Well, you know what? You and every guy in town sings that same song. So if you're all singing the same song, then what do I make my buying decision upon? Which one is cheaper and which one is closest in proximity to my home? Because I have nothing else to choose from. I was working with a school owner who visited me last week. He brought somebody with him that's helping with the school now, drives an hour to take lessons. That's how much they are part of that culture and tribe. That's how much they believe in it. That's how much of a raving fan they are. There's a school right next to in their neighborhood, yet they drive an hour to get to this guy. You feel me? So then lastly, why should I bring my kid to you? Because we'll help them live their best life. Well, tell me more. That's sure a heck a lot more emotional, intriguing, inspiring versus one martial arts. Or we teach we have quality instructors. Oh, it's way beyond that. So know your why. Know your why. And it's like a piece of wood. Okay, let me look at Charles though first. Oh wait, let me back up. Eric's saying, we go into the local school community and serve students who are intellectually and or physically disabled and teach them to believe in themselves and their dreams. I like that. That's a, if you want to work with just that market, then so be it. But I would trim all that fat because you do more than the local schools and community. You should be everywhere. Anybody that needs you, right? What if I don't live in your community, but I hear about how great you work with people with disabilities and I'm willing to drive an hour? This mission statement might set me off. Right? That's why I don't call my school Millbrae Martial Arts. What if I'm the next town over in Burlingame and I see Millbrae Martial Arts? There's a good chance I'm not coming to you. What, you're just saying it's for people in Millbrae? Right? So when you say something like local school community, I think you only want to serve people locally. And if I'm from outside that radius, then I'm not in that inner circle of trust, like in that movie Parenthood, right? So think about that, Eric. I think there's something there. I get what you're saying. And I would definitely... Can we stay away from the word disabled? Is there a better word for that, Eric? Can we say, special needs is been the more politically correct way to say that versus disabled? Because the minute we say you're disabled, you have a disability, it could wear on their self-esteem and their self-confidence. I would try to find an uplifting, powerful word for that. Because we know the power of words, Eric, is really, really crucial. And it's so vital. Can anybody give me a good word? What's not just politically correct, but what's good right now? What word could we use other than disabled? Anybody? Anybody give me some love there? What's a good word we can use that sounds better than disabled? Anybody? Yes, Corey's trying to help out Lorenzo a little bit there, and I'm waiting for the answer on the other one, but while I do that, my challenge, Chris, with developing growth and belief forever, sounds like a freaking fairy tale. It's hard on a very simple Joe E. Public, I'm a mom with a 6-year-old kid, to connect with that. So if I had to take something, I think maybe a lifetime might be better than the word forever. How about, Lorenzo? Because you use the word change a lot. Changing lives to help children grow and believe in themselves for a lifetime. right? That's got something. That's got a little something. It's still a little generic for me, right? Right? We are dedicated to helping. We are dedicated to developing. We're dedicated to helping. We're dedicated to developing, growing, and I don't know. There's something there. I hope you got that last one I said, Lorenzo, because I don't remember it now. All right, let's see what else. Got a lot of people bored. Hey, folks, remember at the end of this, we're really in this deep conversation right now about branding, and people are really contributing, and I love that. I love it. I love it. Put in the name of your school, put in where you're tuning in from, and so you might win the cotton candy machine at the end of tonight's broadcast. Now, here's Cliff's. Our goal is to empower our students to become resilient and grow as individuals and leaders in our community. Resilient, you know, I don't know if I'm a mom with a 6-year-old, Cliff. You had me at first, our goal, right? Our purpose, our intent, our mission. I like that. Empower is good, is to empower you. And I would try to sometimes, don't hesitate to speak in the first person, right? We are one, a community dedicated to serving you. Try to speak directly to the individual anytime you get that opportunity. That's super powerful. So if I had to just fix that one thing, our goal is to empower you, right, to grow as individuals and leaders. You know, what if I don't want to be a leader? I know we martial artists push that a lot. Leaders, leaders are readers. We're here to teach you to be a leader. You know, some people just want to be an engineer or a dentist. They don't care about leading anything. So, and again, the only reason I say that, Cliff, is because the leader thing in our industry is so played out. Would it be part of my curriculum, my life skills education? Yes. Would I let that be the focus of my why? I don't know, because so many martial artists beat that thing like a dead dog. They do, right? The leader thing is leadership martial arts. I've even seen that. So think about that, Cliff. I might try to work with that. To make an impact, yeah, we all believe that. Now, I like Virginia Connolly's Belong, Believe, Achieve. I still think it should be Belong Martial Arts. I really, really do. Right? But right now, it's American Dojo. So I can answer the phone. American Dojo, a place where you can belong. If I was to ask, well, why do I want to bring my kid to you? Well, because they'll feel like they belong here. But it was at a very personal story for Dean. I won't go into detail, but Dean said when he first walked into the first martial arts school he walked into, you know, to take lessons, he felt like he belonged. So that's an easy one. So why do you want your kid to take martial arts? Well, I really want them to learn confidence. Well, here at Belong Martial Arts, I can promise you, they will feel like they belong here. And through that, they'll feel safe and it'll build their confidence. And that'll help them believe in themselves. See, so I could take that belong and work it into that conversation. Because remember, once I know my why, I live, teach, and preach my culture. Right? It's easy for me with Live Your Best Life. If I was to ask that same question, well, why do you want your child to take martial arts? Well, you know, I really want them to build confidence. They're shy. Well, here at One Martial Arts, we totally believe in building confidence. Because if a child believes in themselves, they'll be more goal-oriented. And in turn, from achieving those goals, they're going to live their best life. See, so it's very easy to always correlate it to our why, to our why, to our why. Right? So really, really important. And that's some of the reasons why, for me, the why is super important. Yeah, and Chris knows it. I mean, it's really been his mantra, dynamic martial arts. Why? Because we truly care. Simple, right? It's not super glamorous, but why do I want to bring my kid to you? Because we're going to truly care. And we'll show that. And when I speak to my team and I work with my team through every thought, word, and action, they're going to show they care, from hello at the front door to helping you when you're struggling to knocking on that, you know, door and making sure you're okay when the first time students get dressed. You okay in there, sir? You all right? You know, I'm just checking on you. That could even be it. You know, when the kid's making a sour face at you when he's doing push-ups and you're pushing him, right? No different than our parents said to us, Chris, you know, the only reason I'm challenging you to do your best is because I truly care about you. Class, we really need to practice if we want to earn that tip. And why is it important that we practice? And I'm telling you this because here at Dynamic Martial Arts, we truly care about you. See? So it's easy, Chris. I can take that. I can take that. But that's staff training. That's part of a system I create and write and then infiltrate and put it into my staff. Ooh, you like that, huh, Chris? I see it. I can see it. I can see it even at all the miles of the way, right? Find the best of you is our brand tag. Find the best of you or in you. Find what's grammatically correct. And I like discover. Find is a little discover, self-discovery. I like discover. Discover, discovering the best in you, right? That's kind of cool. I like that. Discover how excellent you are. I mean, I just look through the thesaurus, Corey, and see if you can find something that just resonates. Because we know we all say, live your best life. Well, there it is, right? I tried to live your most excellent life, but I felt like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So again, it's something you want to work to. There's no doubt. There's no holes. It rolls off the tongue easy, and everybody gets it. I don't care who you are, what nationality, what country you're in. Everybody gets finger licking good, right? I like Burger King. You guys don't have Burger King, but out here we have Burger King, and their whole mantra is, have it your way. That's what they profess. Have it your way. Wow. That's an old cliche. Have it your way, all right? Have it your way. But they've taken it and married it to have it your way. It means we'll make our burgers any way you want it, have it your way. So again, once you understand your why are we here, then you live, teach, and preach it and put it in every fabric of your culture, your website, your rack cards, everything that you do. It possesses that. Cool? Jose, creating the leaders of tomorrow today at our school. Yeah, I like it, Jose, but again, leaders of tomorrow. How many millions of times have we heard that? The leaders of tomorrow. Man, I got a 6-year-old kid who's autistic. Can you just help him pay attention? I'm not concerned about him being a leader tomorrow. I need help today, right now. So I really work on that, Jose. There's a lot more there. There really is. Creating the leaders of tomorrow. I've seen that everywhere. I could Google that right now. Somebody Google that. Creating the leaders of tomorrow. And you'll find that at thousands of websites. Thousands of websites. So creating, what's a better word for creating? Building, right? How about we flip it upside down, right? Become a leader today. I don't know. There's something more there, Jose, because I would imagine that you're better than that you're more unique than that it just feels so generic. I really want you to dig and woodshed that, as we say, right? Workshop that, work on that. It's a constant thing. We worked on our mission statement for 2 years. 2 years. Kirsten. Hey, Kirsten. Welcome. Jason. Hey, we're talking about branding tonight, everybody. This is Success Never Sleeps. I am your host, Brannon Beliso. This is presented by Rainmaker Membership Systems and Software, Century Martial Arts Supplies, and My Studio, the app. All the new people coming aboard, we got lots of people here tonight. Please put in your name, put in the name of your school and where you're tuning in from. And at the end of the broadcast, you could win a cotton candy machine, courtesy of Rainmaker. Cool? Corey, our promise to you is to teach you the best martial arts and important life skills for success and happiness. Find the best of you. Yeah, the find the best of you is not even a complete sentence, sir. Find the best of you. Somebody help me. That's really good with writing. What's a better way to say that? Our promise to you up top, to teach you well, I could do this too, Corey. To teach you, I could even take out life skills, important life skills. I could trim that and say, our promise to you. To teach you to be successful and happy through offering, through the best martial arts and life skills. Oh, well, God, it's close. Our promise to you is to teach you. Oh, man, I'm going to work on that, Corey, and I swear I'm going to post something amazing for you. Just let me marry it. It's like sitting with something for a while. You're onto it, though, Corey. We've already trimmed a lot of it, and it's becoming, it's kind of like when we teach a technique, and I'll teach an 8-move technique, and I say to the students, how many moves in this technique? Kid raised his hand. 8, sir. I say, no. He says, well, you just taught me 8 moves. You counted to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sir. How many moves in that? Come on, all my great martial artists out here. How many moves are there? How many moves are there? Somebody tell me. Come on, quickly. Somebody, let's see if we're on the same page. How many moves in there? What am I looking for? And then I'm going to roll back on this for a second and say hello to everybody. Because this is very important in what we're talking about, Corey. How many moves? Come on, somebody help me. How many moves? What am I looking for? Come on, be a disruptor. Who's going to step up here? I just taught an 8-move technique, and I ask how many moves in the technique. Guy raises his hand and says 8. And I say no. So what is the answer I want? Stephen Beaver, 9? No, not the answer. I just taught an 8-move technique. Asked the class how many moves in this technique. Guy raises his hand and says 8. And I say no. What is the answer? Yes! 1. Exactly, 1. It is 8 moves, but it's really 1 fluid motion, right? 1 fluid motion. And that's what I'm saying, Corey, that I'm feeling right now, which is very cool. And going back to your statement, let me go back to that really quickly, Corey. Is that at least when I read it now, Corey, I feel like it's 1 fluid thought, right? It's 1 fluid thought. So keep working on that, Corey. You're definitely onto something. You're definitely onto it. And again, you know, that's something I wouldn't hesitate to work with my team and do that. There's no reason why not. Hey, Marco, good evening. It's okay, Marco. I'm glad you're here. Chris Cameron. Let me say hello to all these people. Marco from Peaceful Warriors. Eric, special abilities. I like that. I like that. I love that. I love that. It's kind of like they're superheroes, right? They have special abilities, special talents, because they are. They're not normal. They are special, but not special in a condescending, arrogant way. Special in a very loving. I recognize what a unique, great, amazing individual you are through whatever challenges. Challenges is a much better word than disability, but I love special abilities. I like that a lot. I like that. Let's see who else is here. Special needs, capable, cool. Special needs is politically correct? Okay. Just people. They are, Chris. You know, I've got a nephew with Down syndromes. I have another nephew that's autistic. I love them to all the bits. They're just people. They really are. You know, but unless you spend a lot of time with them, you never get that far. You know, because they are just wired a little bit differently. You just got to learn to relate, and we're all wired differently for that fact, right? Chris, it is mainly just they learn at different rates. True. Even regular kids learn at different rates. I was speaking to my sister who homeschools her kids, and 2 of them learn at a completely different rate. And that's why when you throw 30 kids in the room and expect them to learn at the same rate, you often could be killing that creativity and individuality. And that's why a lot of people will choose to homeschool. Right? And I say it all the time to my team, don't teach to a group of 30 people, teach to 30 individuals when you teach a class. That's an excellent class. That's a master instructor that can sit there and keep the tempo of the room rolling and still keeping into consideration that person learns a little slower, that person learns a little faster. You feel me? I know you all see that. Hey, Katuik, what's happening? Leon Rogers is here from Century Martial Arts Supplies. We were talking about you, Leon. This is what's inspired this whole night. Leon posted that whole long post about branding, and then I gave him the PDF that for the presentation that I did on branding, and he's going to use it. He's going to use it for something. I'm not sure if it's what is it for, Leon? I don't know exactly, right? But Leon, we're talking all about branding tonight, and really we understand that branding is so much more than just a logo. You know, it's really discovering your why, because your why is your brand. And once you understand your why, and then you live, teach, and preach that why, then you can design a logo, and you can design a logo for that brand. So let me just get in a little bit of the logistics of that logo. In the handout that Leon is going to post at the Century page, I believe, and that I'm sharing with you, we're going to share with you after this. We'll post it, right, K1? We're going to post the Dropbox link. It's super important. I mean, the colors, everything. I was working with a computer company, and this is the fact. They were a cutting-edge startup tech company, and the guy really loved Western font. And I said, but, you know, I'm really telling you, don't put a Western font in your logo, because for technology, it does not communicate technology at all. It's a very dated Western feel. Don't do that. And needless to say, that startup isn't here today. It's not. Okay? So I want you to be ever, 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 ever mindful of that. the font that you choose, the color that you choose, and no more than 3 colors. Don't give me this 50 shades of logo because it's just too confusing. And there's things within the palette, and you can see it. I don't know if it's Pantone. You know, if I'm working with 3 colors, there's a certain parameter. I can't grab a color from way over here on the end of the color spectrum and one way over there and then one in the middle. There's a certain parameter that judges these 3 shades go better than this one off left, this one off right. Okay? So I really want you to study that too if you can. But more importantly, if I see one more logo with a silhouette of somebody kicking, I'm going to just lose my mind. You are better than that. And everybody uses the silhouette of somebody kicking. Always. And beyond that, what's the second most used thing? Family Martial Arts Center. The 2 things that are used the most of any logo is the silhouette of somebody kicking, followed by Family Martial Arts Center. Ooh, I see it flying across the bottom because you know it. I'm right about that. And that's because it's generic. There's no thought put into it. There's no the real work being done with deciding the why and the brand and all those different things. Okay? So I really want you to work on that, please, because you're deserving of it. And once people understand the why, it inspires them to have that emotion, which inspires them to take action, to become part of your school. And the result is you have a raving fan and you grow your tribe. We understand the best way to get new business is through referrals. It is. With all the Facebook ads, Google AdWords, and everything else out there, it's still proven time and time again, referrals. I ate a new restaurant today. You know why? Everybody's posting it at Instagram, Facebook, eat at this restaurant, pictures. It's a referral. I'm all over it. So we can borrow from that and do the same thing within our business. Cool? Then also make sure your logo, and I really believe in no more than 3 words. I really do. 3, maybe 4. Ours is 1 martial arts. I still believe for Google searches, if I drive by the strip mall, I need to see that word martial arts really big. So I'm still in favor of putting the word martial arts in there. Nobody uses the word taekwondo, kung fu, judo. I mean, the jiu-jitsu guys still love to use jiu-jitsu, but again, I'm a mom with a 6-year-old kid. I don't know. And I personally shy away from MMA, right? Because of ultimate fighting. If I work with kids, and I've got MMA as my big sign in front of my school, I'm a mom with a 6-year-old kid. Am I going to bring them in your school? What do you think? What do you think? So if you work predominantly, hey, my love. Hi. You're here? You want to say hi to everybody? Hurry up, because Papa's in the middle of this. Hi. Say hi to everybody. Ask them, say, are you a disruptor?
Are you a disruptor?
Yeah. Are you a disruptor?
Yeah.
What kind of disruptor are you?
You have to be a disruptor out there, okay?
Yeah, well, you're disrupting me right now. Okay? Okay, let Papa work. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a massage when I'm done. Yeah, they're giving you lots of hearts, boo. What? Okay, thank you, love. So, again, please, you're better than that. Do this kind of work. But I know, when I sat there in Pete's Coffee 2-3 hours a day, every day, disciplined, working on our brand and our logo and the systems and the why, I'm going, no. I want instant gratification. Just give me 10 new students right now. But you know what? I'll give you 100. They'll go right out the back door. They'll go right out the back door. So this kind of work is crucial to any business, not just ours, any business, and it needs to be done. So try to know more than 3 words. Try to keep the word martial arts in it somewhere, okay? This works for Google, everything. This works all the way around. Now, it should be vertical and it should be horizontal. A guy had a really big vertical logo, and I said, put that on a pen. No, it's about this big and it looks like, a tick. You can't even see it. I said, you need a vertical logo as well, because you may want to put it on a pen. You may want to put it on a back scratcher. Who knows? Who knows? So you need horizontal and vertical and horizontal, okay? And then also do a black and white version. It's not uncommon sometimes if you run something in a yearbook or somewhere else, they want a black and white ad. They don't do color. You might want to do a one-off and give everybody a t-shirt and do it in black and white. So please make sure that your logo translates in black and white as well. I don't want 50 shades of gray in a black and white logo. I want a black and white logo. Horizontal, vertical, black and white, 3 words, no more guys silhouette kicking, and no more family martial arts, okay? Those are the parameters. Everybody got that? Write that down. And then lastly, I want you to take it, throw it up on a picture of the awning in front of your school, up on the front, right? What's that going to look like? Put it on a hat, put it on a t-shirt, put it on a uniform, put it on a Century Torrent bag. Ooh, I wish I could throw that up, Leon. I can't do that. You ought to see. I'm going to post it after this. The new Torrent bag that they're customizing for me at Century, it is, can I say badass? I know I don't like to cuss, but is that okay? It is amazing. It is just, boom, it's our brand. And we're very selective about that. We don't brand everything, but the visibility of your bags and kickboxing and everything else, super, super powerful. I wouldn't put my logo on a groin cup. Oh, I wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense, right? But it will go on my uniform. It will go on my little red square target from Century, right? It will go on my forearms shield from Century. It will. It will. And I gave Leon a bunch of pictures of that today. So I'm mindful of that, but it does not need to be on everything. Be very selective about where you put your logo, right? Very, very selective. One guy said, and I kid you not, some marketing guy in Germany told one of my clients to put his logo on a condom wrapper, that goes in those, dispensers. I said, what? What? I would never put my brand on something like that. Nor, you ever see how in nightclubs, they'll have ads above the urinal in a nightclub? I would never run an ad from my martial arts school in an ad sitting above a urinal that some guy that's drinking is using this urinal. You feel me? So again, what you put your logo on is super important. And that's why, because we work with kids, I stay away from using the word MMA, and we would never have a UFC fight night in our school because that's not the family culture that we perpetuate. Okay? And again, that's us. That's what we believe. Again, our brand is important to us because it lives, teaches, and preaches our culture. So let's review that again. No more silhouette of somebody kicking, please. Right? No more family martial arts center. We'll try to stay within 3 words. Hopefully 2 of them are martial arts. I really believe that for search engine and everything else. And again, I drive by the strip mall. I'm going to see martial arts really big. I don't want to see Chin, Moon, Shun, Chum. I don't want to see that because I don't understand it. There's no correlation. I don't know what you are. You see, it says dry cleaners. I know what you are. It says optometry. I know what you are. We're not a huge brand like Starbucks. At one point, it was Starbucks coffee. Starbucks coffee. Now they're so big they call it Starbucks. At one point, it was Apple computers. Now it's just Apple, right? We're not at that level. And if you're a mom and pop, you probably won't become a household name like that. So you need something tied to it, right? Even Kentucky Fried Chicken, they still do that, right? McDonald's used to be McDonald's hamburgers. Now it's just McDonald's, right? But we're not there. So I really still believe using the word martial arts is important. We're going to do a vertical, horizontal logo, right? We're going to choose a font and a color scheme that fits our why, our culture. And you want to really try to choose a font. Look at the 1. Mom, I don't have anything with 1 with me. But if you look at our logo 1, you can't tell if it's 1950s, 1970s, year 2000, you can't tell. It's a very stylized font that we trademark that you can't put a date on it. And that's super, super important because you don't want a dated font, much like the Western font. Don't use something dated because then you're going to be changing your logo every couple of years. Okay? And that's something you don't want to spend money on. Again, you can come up with something that's very, very professional, communicates your brand and why. And then what else we're going to do? We're going to make sure that it translates in black and white. And then lastly, to test that brand, to test that logo of that brand, we're going to put it on a t-shirt, a hat, a pen, a cup, a mug, everything. Everything and anything. And your switch between your vertical and horizontal logo, depending which one looks better. Cool? On my Torrent and my, I've got 40 or 50 2XXLs. What do we put on it? We use our vertical One Martial Arts logo. What goes on our pocket? Our vertical martial arts logo, One Martial Arts. On a pen, we do the horizontal one. On a banner, 3 feet by 10 feet, horizontal. See? So you want both. You want both. Okay? And that's it. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. What I'd like to do now, let me see, how are we doing on time? Man, we're already past an hour. I could be with you all night. I really could. I say that literally. Don't let my wife hear that. I could hang out with you guys all night. But so what I want to do now is, before we give away the cotton candy machine, what are your big takeaways tonight? What are the big takeaways? Go. Jose, agree and disagree on the leaders of tomorrow. Yeah, that's cool. Right? I disagree because I'm in the military town. Okay, good. See, now you didn't tell me that. Jose, you didn't tell me that. So, but, okay, so the leaders of tomorrow. But how about leaders martial arts, or the Martial Arts Academy of Leaders? I like Academy because of West Point, things like that. I like leaders. In your case, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense, right? It makes perfect sense. That's why if I go to the McDonald's in Hawaii, they're going to serve me rice. They serve rice in that McDonald's. And saimin, which is a type of noodle soup that the locals love. Right, I get it. So I agree with you that. I do, Jose. I would agree with you now that you give me that part. Yeah. Leaders, if you're near a military town, absolutely. Academy, absolutely. 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 All right, so while we're waiting for your takeaways, please get your Disruptor t-shirt, get your beanie. Kim on just put the information in there about the contest, and you make a video sharing why you're a disruptor in your community, as well as you share why and how Brannon Beliso has impacted your business. Cool? And for a lot of people like Eric, he'll tell you he had to do it like 100 times. But the real purpose of this exercise is to help you become comfortable on camera, to help you discover your voice and the way you want to execute it. Cool? Very, very important. That's the bigger thing. And what's the byproduct? You could win an 8-month mentoring program with me, valued at $8,000. Second prize, what is second prize? A 4-day, the full experience, right? The extended experience of It's Time Live 2018 in April. Third prize, $500 worth of e-learning products. And we got a couple of new ones coming out from the last event in November that we did in November 2017. It's Time Live Encore. All right, so here's our takeaways. Hey, Michael, Pam, what's happening, sir? Virginia, discover your best self. And you were doing that. Virginia, I love the picture you posted of your abs. I love, 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 love it. Virginia's had 5 kids. And she's got amazing abs. And she posted it. You know, everything we've done is our battle scars. It's got us to where we are. The sense of humility to post that, you know, and it was still a great shot, you know, and she does. She's got some of the baby scars, and it's real. It's real. And I was so moved by it. And I think you're doing that every day. You're discovering your best self. I see you doing it every day, Virginia. I'm very proud to witness and be part of that journey. You are growing all over the place, all over the place. K1, to be the best you. And it really is, you know, because being the best you takes work. It really does. The ego would say, man, all this is effortless. No, it's not. I work hard on being a better version of me every day. I do. Now it's easier because it's habit. It's habit because I'm committed to it. I'm committed to being a better version of me. I truly, truly am. So it's easy now, okay? Let's see what else we got here. Jose, indomitable spirit. With every step is a step closer to your success. It is. It really is. But again, Jose, if I know my why, right, I know who I am, I know what my purpose is in this world, and it's very clear. For the martial arts industry, I am a disruptor. I am here to live, teach, and preach the culture of service. You know, I'm the guy about no contracts, no upgrades, no belt fees, really working on your curriculum. Really, I mean, it's clear. My message is clear. There's no diversion from it. I don't veer left or right. Everybody knows who I am transparently. So that's clear. So really, with every step is closer to your success, but I want to take steps on a path that I visualize and see based upon my value system, based upon my why. And as kumbaya as that sounds, it works for Apple. It works for everybody. It worked for Mother Teresa. It worked for Martin Luther King. You know, it works. It works. And at the end of the day, when I have a rough day and we don't make a cent, I put my head down on the pillow. I feel good about who I am. I do. Okay? So let's see what else. Cliff, one move. Yeah? Oh, we're still at the one move part. All right, let me move up here. Where are we? Sorry about that. Let me cover Chris's question really quick. What do you do if a student does not get all of their stripes in one round of rotating curriculum and they opt out to not make up the stripe before grading? Do you catch them up and then double grade? Okay, so that's a rotating curriculum. Really quick, let me answer that, Chris, because it must be a burning desire. 3-month cycle, 6 stripes. In 6 months, you earn 6 stripes. So you don't show up after 3 months with 0 stripes. At the end of each month, Chris, we have a makeup stripe workshop, 2 hours. We also have an 8 a.m. practice class every Saturday. So those 2 things are in place. We also have amazing curriculum videos. And lastly, if we look at your belt at the end, and we're looking at that belt, at the end of every month, you better have 2 more stripes. If you don't, we're telling your parent, come to the makeup stripe workshop, come to the 8 a.m. practice class, or I'll even comp them a private. Whatever it takes, because nobody gets left behind. Now, Chris, at the end of 3 months, they only have 4 stripes on their belt. What do? That's why we make month 4. Well, 3 months, 6 stripes. Month 4 is all about reviewing, improving, drilling, doing those makeup stripes. If we can't make up those stripes in 1 month and get them graded out, then we better go back to the drawing board, Chris, and improve upon that. I hope that helps. Discovering, yes. Uriel, hey everyone. Cameron, releasing. It is, it is. And when we talk about releasing old mindsets, we're releasing conditioned thinking. Most school owners I work really closely with, the biggest challenge is themselves. They're afraid of success, so they live in failure. Write that down, K1. Ooh. You either live in success, or what did I say? Come on, help me. They're afraid of success, so they live in failure. If you're afraid of success, you live in failure. K1, that's another Brannon quote that's going to cultivate the brand of disruption, right? I love it. If you're afraid of success, you live in failure, right? It's true. You do. You do. So releasing any old thoughts, any old mindsets that don't serve you. Remember, it takes a different skill set. If I was never successful before, and I use that skill set to try to become successful, it'll never happen, ever. So what do I need to do? Learn a different skill set, right? If I'm a plumber and I decide I want to sheetrock, I can't use those plumbing skills to sheetrock. I have to learn a different skill set. It's the same thing here. So many people live in failure and they repeat that cycle again and again because they don't recognize I need a different skill set. I need a different skill set. Cool? Plug in my computer. I forgot to do that. Let me do that. Hang on one sec because the battery's getting low. All right, there we go. So it's a different skill set. So releasing is how I get that. True good. Hey, Dean, what's happening, Dean? Dean Conley. Billy, I've done work with a local organization called Special Neighbors. I like that. Ian, what's happening? Cliff. Cliff has a question, and I'm going to stay with you guys, right? I'm not going to leave you. Oh, man, look at this. People are here. People are here. But let me come across, because I do want to try to, me, I'm the service guy. I got to answer these questions, okay? Ooh, I like that, Corey. Listen to that. Our promise is to support you and your family to discover the best in you. I like that. I like that. That's kind of cool. Keep working on it. I love it, though. Ooh, trimming the fat, trimming the fat. Okay, Cliff, assuming you've trained a front desk staff member, do you have a system to train that first person for the floor to assist and or replace you? Would you mind sharing with those who primarily teach alone? If you teach alone, would you want to try to do what, once you get around 100, 125, you want to have ideally a front desk / assistant, right? If there's no one walking through the door, they assist you. But you have to be in a position structurally where they can walk off that floor and help somebody. Optimally around 150 to 200, Cliff, I want a front desk person who could double as an assistant and a designated assistant on the floor. Yeah, and there are 2 different systems. There's front desk systems and there's assistant systems, sir. Absolutely, they're 2 different systems, Cliff. They're 2 different systems. So you want to write systems strictly for front desk, write systems strictly for assistant, and I might be a person that learns front desk first, then I learn how to be an assistant. They're 2 separate systems completely. Completely. Yep, we do have a system to train the first person for the floor. Yep. Yeah, I like special abilities a lot. It's very cool. Yeah, she is precious. No, Harris, I like your potty mouth. Let me catch up here. God, I've been talking so much, I'm missing all these great comments. All those silhouettes of people kicking, I invested in our garbage. They are, Bill. They are. And I do like, your whole take on who you are. To translate to moms with 6-year-olds, that's the challenge. That'll be the challenge, But I like your brand. So Cliff, my brand is my why. It is. It is not your logo. Your logo conveys your brand. Your logo by itself is just a bunch of fonts and colors and you know, an image. It is not your brand. So don't confuse the two. It is not. Your logo communicates your brand. Yep. Oh, Nathan, my brain is going crazy with ideas. Grabbing pen and paper to brainstorm on my why and branding. Good. You're awake now, Nathan. Never go asleep. Never go asleep, okay? Never go to sleep. Because this is the type of work that I believe is why the 75% of our industry suffers. You don't do the real work that needs to happen before you open a legit business, all right? Michael, what's the price difference between your martial arts and kickboxing programs? That's okay. That's all right. Martial arts is $199 for twice a week, and kickboxing is $139 a month for unlimited classes. That's it. But you know what I'm proud of? We have our kickboxing directly below 24-hour fitness, and people pay us $139. Would rather come to us than pay $40 for big box gym above us. Billy Wilcox, read Millionaire Mindset. Absolutely. Bill, no G-state condoms. Yeah, right? I mean, think about that. Think about that. Marie, I need to work on my why to effectively brand ourselves. Absolutely. There's K1 put the link for the Disruptor t-shirts. We've sold out 3 times. 3 times we've sold out. We have them again. Get them now. Make your video. You might win that $8,000 mentoring program with me. Herman, the importance of proper branding. It is. It is. And I have a great PDF of K1 posted in the Disruptor group. If you're not part of the Disruptor group, become part of the Disruptor group, okay? And we'll post the link there for the branding one. And Leon's going to post it on Century as well. I believe he is, or he's using it for something. I don't know exactly what. Charles Holmes, what is the why of who you are? It is. Purpose is so important. Inspire martial arts, inspiring you to be a disruptor. Yeah, disruptor won't work well with a mom with a 6-year-old. My kid's disruptive? What are you saying? Takeaway, mindful consistency in branding. Yes, mindful. I love that. And being consistent in your brand. That's very important. Keep it simple and relatable to the people. Right. And timeless is best. Right. As Stephen Weinstein said, I always use it because it's so poignant. Know your demographic, understand their needs, and speak to them. Right? And I can't speak to them if I do Wadi, Zen, Zudomaru, you know, and it's this long thing I don't get, and I'm the average Joe with a 6-year-old kid. I just need focus. Success martial arts. It's generic, but hey, what I want to come to will help you be successful, you know, whatever the case may be. But you see where I'm going with that. And I understand, you know, the name of my first school? School of Chinese Kenpo Karate. Guess how long that one lasted? 9 months. It was a fighting school. I was still competing. I was 19 years old, 9 months, and my doors were closed. I had no budget. I bit off more than I could chew. Oh, that's a whole nother podcast. Anna Marie, I need to find a black beanie to do my disruptive video. Knowing the why of who you are. Good. K1, come join us in April. Definitely. You know, where tickets are on sale for It's Time Live 2018. People who have attended it, I mean, it blows your mind. It changes your life. Because the one thing I can guarantee you, like some of you said, I truly care. I truly care about your success. I truly care about you as people. And you will walk away feeling more loved with at least some ideas. Imagine if this is 1 hour. Spend a couple of days with me. Spend 4 days with me. And you'll be a completely different person. Stephanie Bunch. Hello. Hey, what's up, Stephanie? Jana, what's up, man? Chris, we use the different URLs to target different ads. Yeah, that's fine. And search terms such as karate for kids. Got my little 4th grade on. Yeah, sure. You can do that too. But you know what? If it all points back to the same place when you're done, be mindful. I think Stephen Weinstein, he's not here. Ask him that question. You know, Google is frowning upon that because people will do that. There are 50 different URLs, and ultimately it's posting to the same place, just different pages at the same website. From what I've learned, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, Google it, that Google's really frowning upon that. So if you're going to do that, for us, it's onemartialarts.com/kickboxing, onemartialarts.com/youth karate, onemartialarts.com/excellent kids. So I think that's the way they're going. That's what I've learned and I was told. But check on that, Chris, okay? And if you're getting results, who cares what I say, Chris, right? Who cares? Greg, what's happening? Greg, you missed us, Greg. Eric, his big takeaway, review your branding so that your why shines through. Love it. Love it, Eric. That's it in a nutshell. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now build upon that. Amplify that, Eric, and do the hard work. Adam, your takeaway is continue to work on your why. Get logo and vertical and horizontal and black and white. Good, good, good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Branding and exposure. Yeah, cool. K1, if you're afraid of success, you'll live in failure. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. We're going to put that on something. Kylie, what's up, Kylie? Our brand is built around teaching our community to always get home safe. Okay, good. But more than get home safe, you know, it could be college, could be anything, sir. I love it. I love it. Our brand is built around teaching our community to always get home safe. Cool. Herbert Macon, sir, is this our model? Is this our motto? Extreme impact, building a better world, one family at a time. It needs work, sir. It feels very generic, it's been said that way a million times. And you're trying to stand out from the rest. So that's important. There's our Facebook page for Brandon's Disruptors. Cool. Yeah, Alexandria, perseverance takes you far. But again, perseverance with a clear why and values and a clear action plan and a roadmap, right? Perseverance would take me far. I can get in my car. I'm going to drive. I'm determined. I'm going to drive. But unless I have a destination, I'm trying to get somewhere, driving is useless by itself. So perseverance is useless unless that perseverance is rooted in a destination, a goal, right? To persevere. To persevere what? I don't know. I just have perseverance. So let's take that, Alexandru, and really refine it more, okay? All right, so let's get to it, K1. G-state, fighting, fitness, martial arts. Yeah, it's cool, but, you know, fighting by itself is limited. 3% of the population fights. And if you say fight and you work with a lot of kids, Bill, you might scare them away because that's one of the bad things about the martial arts. Every parent thinks we're going to teach their kid to be a fighter. You know what we do, but it's a self-defense fight. It's someone with more control, someone that would only use the martial arts to defend himself, right? At least I hope so. I hope so. So maybe there might be a better way to word that, sir. All right. So everybody put in the name of their school where you're tuning in from, right? Did you do that already? The name of your school where you're tuning in from, because we're getting ready to give away that cotton candy machine because it's almost time to put the kids to bed. I can hear them blow drying their hair, which means it's almost bedtime. I agree 100%, and that's why I dropped it. Good for you. Good for you, Bill. Yeah. You know, you have a very unique voice, and it'd be great to amplify that, you know, but understand who your demographic is and trim the fat. If something in your voice is not appealing to the demographic you serve, then don't be married to it. Get rid of it. So that's why you get rid of fighting. Boom, done. One day, move on. Right? I get it. I get it, sir. I get it. So everybody put their name in. Everybody put the name of their school where they're tuning in from. All right, K1, let's do this, sir. Who's the winner tonight? Who's the winner tonight? Who's the winner? Chicken dinner. Who says that? Guy Fieri from Restaurant Impossible. Restaurant, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. That's one of his phrases. Winner, chicken dinner. What is mine? And the band played on, right? All that. And he didn't coin that phrase, but he uses it more than everybody. Jana, Ripping Tiger, Shaolin Kenpo. Whoa. Oh, who's tonight's winner? Who is it? Herman Macon. Dun, dun, dun. Herman is the winner. Herman. Almost 5 a.m. there. Wow, man. You don't think you go to sleep? You're all wound up now, huh? It's raining, but you ain't going back to sleep, are you, Adam? Big hand for Herman. Big congratulations to Herman, all right? Yeah, congratulate him, everybody. We are a team here, right? We are the disruptors. It's all up to us. Right on. So she's here. Are you going to say goodnight to everybody?
I took my shower and I blew dry my own hair.
You blew dry your own hair? Okay, good job. So I want to say this has been Success Never Sleeps. I want to thank my sponsors. You want to sing a song? Okay, hurry up. Sing a song.
You want a sunshine? I'm really sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know just how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Wow. See, they got the magic fingers. Yay. Okay, Boo, let me finish and I'll come give you a massage. Okay. They're giving you lots of hearts. You see that? See that?
See you later,
all right. If I could bottle that, I'd be a multi-millionaire. Cool. All right, so I want to say this has been Success Never Sleeps. Thank you so much to Rainmaker Membership Systems and Software. They're one of our sponsors, as well as they pick up the tab for the cotton candy machine, they buy it, they pack it, they ship it, and they get it to you. I want to thank Leon Rogers and everybody over at Century Martial Arts. Man, amazing things are happening at Century, aren't they? Aren't they? I'm just, see, I get goosebumps. They're grown. And then lastly, Tule and everybody over at My App, My Studio, the app. Go to mystudio.academy. Get this great new free app. You're gonna love it. It's gonna help your school. For me, it's the website of your school. Super powerful. All right. Thank you for all the hearts. You guys are cool. You know, I truly, truly care about you. And doing the past 30 days of talking to 30 school owners in 30 days and giving them my time. One of the things I hear really often, people are just like amazed that I'm at the other end of the phone and that they're actually talking to me. And I say, you know, as nice as that is, you and I were equal. We were totally equal. I put my pants on one leg at a time like you, and my poop stinks. And if you could raise just a little bit more, and I don't mean ego, but just believe in yourself a little more. Have a little higher self-esteem with yourself, a little more self-confidence. Not ego, but the self-confidence earned from hard work, right? The self-esteem earned through living through good values and genuinely caring and giving back, right? We're all in this together. We are the disruptors. We are the future of the martial arts industry, where we marry the true values and the Buddha spirit with contemporary marketing, business, and all the rest. And it's rooted in what? Service. Service. Cool? So I'm Brannon Beliso. This has been Success Never Sleeps. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Next broadcast, I'll see you on Friday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until we talk again, please, 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 you go out there and live your